What's going on, world? It's your boy Kuya P. This is the NRW Nerds Rule the World, and I'm back with my pal Heather. Heather, how are you?
Okay, not three echoes, okay, but okay.
I'm trying to get pumped, girl. I'm trying to get that energy up because it's been a long week. As you know, we've been screening. Whenever we aren't screening, are we not screening? We're always screening, but like we had out at the theater type screenings. At least I did. 3 in a row this week, so I'm busy, just that and just life and everything, and you as well. I'm sure you're going to school and you got all the things happening, so I'm just trying to keep those energy up so that way we can give to the people like we do, Heather.
Sure.
I love it. I love the feedback. I'm still gonna power through. What have you been up to? What have you been watching that we can talk about? Because obviously there's a lot of stuff that we've been checking out that we can't talk about. Are you checking in on Secret Invasion? Or I think you're waiting to binge it all.
We decided to binge it all primarily due to the issue with the AI. Once again, Hollywood AI isn't creating originality. It is recreating and readapting real data from real artists. So, I get why they used it. Not a big fan of it. So I'm one of those people where I'm holding off until it's done as a pretend fuck you. But I haven't caught up yet. We've been watching some documentaries. We watched the Go-Go's documentary.
There's a Go-Go's doc.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to check that out. I saw the Wham since our last convo.
Yes.
That was awesome. That was fun.
I was actually kind of disappointed in the Wham documentary. I feel like from Netflix they have done much better.
Okay.
And that was not at their peak Netflix documentary.
Okay.
The Go-Go's documentary, which is I think on Hulu. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
It was actually a very good documentary. They did it first person, so the women of the Go-Go's were the ones that told the story, and they went all the way back to the beginning with the original Go-Go crew.
Okay.
It's a good one. Punk rock fans.
Yeah. 80s. That'll definitely be one. My wife and I watched the Wham one together, and when my mom, she was in town at the time, enjoyed it because we're all 80s cats and 80s music and George Michael and Wham. The shout out to, I forgot the member that's still alive who poured his heart and soul, and then he let George kind of took more of the spotlight. Great. I enjoyed it, but we love 80s, and so I'm definitely gonna tell my wife that there's a Go-Go's doc and check that out. Anything you didn't like that you've watched? So, well, obviously you didn't like the Wham too much because you said it wasn't.
No, I didn't. It's not that I didn't like it. It's Netflix has done better, and I was actually kind of disappointed in what Netflix put out versus what the documentary was. When it comes to bad, what have we been watching? That's bad. We did binge through all of The Beef, which not bad. Just we did watch. Sorry, not The Beef, The Bear.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning. That's been on my list. I've seen a lot of conversation about it. What's your final statement on The Bear?
It's good. Hey everyone, meet Hiei. This is our 5-month-old kitten who is a huge menace to cat society. So I'm sorry he decided to join in today.
Hello.
It's really good.
Okay.
It's slightly re-traumatizing if you've ever worked in the restaurant industry.
I have.
My husband and I have both been restaurant managers, and it was just like, this is just PTSD. It's just straight up PTSD. But it's good. It's another like day in the life kind of show, so it's kind of boring at times, but it's entertaining. Definitely worth it. I'm trying to think of we've been trying to catch up on all the things that we didn't watch because of absolute misery in our personal lives. So we started with that.
Okay.
We got more to go. I don't think I've actually watched anything bad. We started rewatching Stargate Atlantis for some reason. Because what about you? What are you watching?
Hey. That is I throw them at you, but I can't answer them myself. Hijack, I think I mentioned Hijack on a previous.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah,
enjoying that. New episodes. I got a crush on my man Idris. Anything that man touches, I'm about. Invasion, I am watching it. Although I need to catch up. I don't think I watched last week's episode. But I'll look forward to our review once you finally watch it and you binge it and we can, drop our thoughts there. And trying to get wrestling in when I can. A lot of YouTube stuff just to see what the competition is doing so we can, big up and do modifications to our stuff to make our things better. But nothing I can't really, complain about as well. So that's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, no. Good content, good shit out. No matter who is on the picket lines, we support those on the picket lines.
Yeah, since our last episode, we have, I say we because I'm part of SAG-AFTRA. There is now the strike. There already was the WGA strike, and now SAG-AFTRA has joined the fold. I have a lot of feelings. I think I've talked a little bit with you about it, but people now that watch our channel, I'm going to be very careful with that. I have responsibilities as a member of the union, but also I am an entertainment journalist with Heather running a pop culture outlet, and I am okay with that, which I've looked into making sure with my union that I'm okay. But it's just I am a little apprehensive, about promoting studios when I'm also a member that is being used by the studios in very much ways. So it's a weird time, but I just hope for my brothers and sisters with WGA and SAG-AFTRA that things will change, hopefully, because it's a very scary time right now, as you said as well, Heather, in regards to AI and a lot of things. So I think this is going to say a lot when it boils down to the end where it's going to go, hopefully, for the future. But let's get on to positive things, Heather. I don't want to go down that dark lane. We both know there's way too many dark things, and we do this to get away from the dark stuff. So you ready to talk picks this week?
Sure.
All right. So I think the biggest thing people know, if they're paying attention, I know you and I were paying a lot of attention. This is the Barbieheimer week. If that's what they say it is? Barbie, when because they put it together.
Barbenheimer.
Yes.
Barbenheimer.
So already out the gate, I'll let y'all know that obviously Barbie and Oppenheimer are definitely in our top 3. So we'll be talking about that. We'll also have our reviews on that because as of this recording, I've seen them both. I'm waiting for Heather to see one of them. So stay tuned for that. Those will be the 1 and 2. But the one that I'm starting off with, Heather, I've been hearing a lot of buzz about, and I'm really upset that our connections at Netflix didn't let us see this one in advance as well. So we didn't even do a trailer react to this. So I'm so curious. I've never seen anything about it. I've just been hearing the buzz. I'm talking about They Cloned Tyrone coming to Netflix this week. Heather, are you familiar with this one? Have you heard about this?
No, I have not.
Yo, John Boyega, Jamie Foxx.
Oh, this one. Yeah. So we'll talk about it.
I know nothing.
Press play.
I just been hearing the buzz. So I just want to say I'm upset with y'all Netflix people. Y'all know I've done a ton of stuff with y'all. I need that love again, man. I can't talk on the radio or anything unless y'all let me see it. I just want to say that. You ready, Heather? Let's go.
Go ahead. Press play. Let's do it.
You crazy?
Everything okay in there, baby?
I'm just an average man with an average life.
Where the money at? I'm an entrepreneur. I work in the spirit of the pimp game.
You know your girl gotta know what's going on in these streets. That's the car right there. Shit, they got an elevator in this bitch.
Slick, come on. That make your spine senses tingle. What kind of shit is this?
Like I'm in the Twilight Zone now.
Don't let the back door hit you.
We gotta go.
I don't know what that was, but that wasn't me.
Somebody is conducting experiments on us.
It's in the fucking chicken.
This shit in everything.
Great train. Come the fuck on. It's our homeland. We don't do nothing about it. Nobody will.
Don't let the back door hit you. Come on, boy.
Chill. Just fucking chill.
Stinky crazy.
Shit! Oh, this motherfucker did. Okay, we ain't got no time for no negativity. Go get me some goddamn wet nap. Something let's go. You keep your pimp hand raised and be willing to protect the ones you love by any means necessary. I ain't scared. I'm a dope boy, remember? Excuse me, kind sir, but if you could point me to the elevator that leads down to the freaky laboratory,
Don't let the back door on you.
I'll be out your atmosphere. Let's get it, man.
We're on the scene trying to figure out what has happened.
I see this shit fucked up. They out here cloning this. What the fuck going on in this bitch?
That's right, that is the prevailing theory.
Tell me, is it just a dream?
Wow. Wow. Heather, I am mad. I'm just going to at the rip. I am mad. Barbie and Oppenheimer we knew about, for a while. This one, what?
Why not? Why didn't we?
This would have been more on my list. I don't know if it would have surpassed Barbie for expectations. Nolan, I know what Nolan does. Nolan's always going to do Nolan. And Oppenheimer, I'm a history cat. I know about that. But this is like original shit. So this would have taken, for at least for me, expectation-wise, what I would have wanted to see more over Oppenheimer. Straight up, I'm being real. So, but I don't know if it would have surpassed Barbie because I'm probably a bigger Barbie fan. Than most people know. So yeah, Barbie and this one would have been like my top two this week. Wow, I can't wait to dig in and watch this. I'm thankful I still have my Netflix subscription.
Right?
I'm psyched to watch this one, Heather. So and I've been hearing the buzz too. Like I know some other press cats that have seen it, and just other people in the community. Man, I'm like, damn, like I wish I could have gotten more connection. It would have been cool. How about you? And shout out to the cats that want to make an appearance.
I know, right? This is Perona, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm not in my office today. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. We love cats here.
To send everyone a message.
Love cats at the NRW. It's all love.
Okay. Anyway, no, it's so you have to wonder. We're seeing since everything started in about April, things started looking towards strike. We really started seeing less and less advertising in general. But what's really important, and I want to kind of, I know y'all know I've never gotten on a soapbox before.
What? Are you about to do that, Heather?
I've never done it once.
Oh my God.
But there are incredible films that have vanished from streaming services. I am more specifically looking at Disney right now, Hulu and Disney Plus, with incredible actors of color who have not had much publicity when it came to the advertisement. I'm going to just shout it out. Darby and the Dead got almost no love at all, and it was probably one of my favorite movies of 2022. And I posted on TikTok about it, and my video went semi-viral, and I literally have people messaging me going, "Where did it go? It's just gone." It didn't get the numbers because it was never talked about. What we're seeing is we're seeing that a lot. The films, the television series, the things on streaming that and in real life that get the least amount of love and the least amount of airtime and often get the least amount of money. Thus, big companies feel like they can pull it because they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay dues afterwards because it's not making enough anyway. Bullshit. You shouldn't have pulled Crater. There were some great kids on that show, in that film. But it's one of those where it's really unfortunate because this is a Jamie Foxx movie that looks fun as hell. And it's also a statement on, I was reading a really great article. This is what that one was. I was wondering what that movie was. There was a really great article put out by, I don't remember which one. We can put it in, I can send it to you and we can put it in the show notes if we need to, about how there have been tests on the POC communities. There have been underground hidden government tests on the POC communities for hundreds of years without permission. And it's one of those where it's a good, the review I read was a great statement on society. And that's what these types of movies are. They're fun and entertaining statements that we need on a society that is truly here. And that's it's sad that this isn't advertised because that looked like a whole lot of fun to me. So
yeah, I'm stoked. Yeah, like I said, I wish they would have reached out. So outlets like myself can, and us can give more love and support. Crazy. Yeah, I think we did. I know I talked a little bit of Darby Dead. I remember seeing that screener like last year or whatever, and that was pretty good. Yeah, it's crazy. I wish we would have got that love with this one and did more promo. But yeah, I'm psyched on this one, man. That's crazy. John Boyega, Tiana Paris, Marvel, one of our Marvels in there shining. Man, yeah, I'm excited for this weekend to watch it. It looks amazing. So Heather, let's move to the Barbenheimer now, if you will.
Barbenheimer, we're moving to Barbenheimer. All right.
They're getting the top two. But like I said, if I would have known about Tyrone, I would have called Tyrone and said, "Hey, you in my top two this week." But oh well. But not saying that Barbie and Oppenheimer aren't that great, but I have certain tastes. But number two, out of the two, Barbie and Oppenheimer, is Oppenheimer for me. Barbie's getting my number one. So let's check out Oppenheimer. They're both great, but I'm giving Oppenheimer's coming in at number two. Here we go.
Okay, perfect.
This is a national emergency.
Detonator charged.
We're in a race against the Nazis. And I know what it means if the Nazis have a bomb.
We have a 12-month head start.
18.
How could you possibly know that?
We've got one hope. All America's industrial might and scientific innovation connected here. A secret laboratory. Keep everyone there until it's done.
Let's go recruit some scientists.
Build a town, build it fast. If we don't let scientists bring their families, we'll never get the best.
Why would we go to the middle of nowhere for who knows how long?
Why? Why? How about because this is the most important thing to ever happen in the history of the world?
You're the great improviser, but this you can't do in your head.
Are we saying there's a chance that when we push that button, we destroy the world?
Chances are near zero.
Near zero.
What do you want for theory alone?
Zero would be nice.
This is a matter of life and death. But I can perform this miracle.
World War II would be over. Our boys would come home.
That's happening, isn't it?
The world will remember this day. Our work here will ensure a peace mankind has never seen. Until somebody builds a bigger one.
You are the man who gave them the power to destroy themselves. And the world is not prepared.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Truman needs to know what's next.
2.
What's next?
1.
All right, there we go. Oppenheimer, Heather. I'm not going to say a lot, and I know you're probably not going to say a lot either because we want to promote everybody to check out our full review of the film on the channel. But any words real quick before we head to the top pick? Well, for me, Barbie.
Sure. The big one is let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about Oppenheimer. talk about the Oppenheimer sex scenes real quick, because I've already gotten a lot of this conversation on the socials. So I just want to bring this up in our review ahead of time, or not in a non-review state ahead of time. And we'll talk about this more in our review. So definitely check it out if you want to know more. The term explicit sex scenes in the film and the reasons why an explicit sex scene would be in a history film about the atomic bomb. Please know that adult themes are very, very prevalent in Oppenheimer. That includes a conversation on misogyny, on sexism, on sex, and about womanizing and a whole bunch of stuff. There are sex scenes. They are not explicit. There is more nudity than there is sex, but sex is a part of it. If you do not want to see a film because of approximately 7 minutes of actual active scenes of sex versus 20 minutes of nudity in a 3-hour film, I don't know what to tell you. But to clear that up, don't listen to any of the reviewers who are trying to get your goat and say, "Oh my God, it's super explicit." It's not incredibly explicit. It's not terrible. It wouldn't be number 2 for us. We're pretty okay with it on this channel. We're okay with sex on this channel, but it's one of those where we would not have put this on the top of the list if it was so grotesque, if it was so explicit that it got in the way of the story. So please know, just as a heads up, the sex scenes aren't that bad, but the reasons that you should not be taking children to this movie has nothing to do with the sex scenes. It has more to do with the trigger warnings towards suicide, depression, PTSD, actual bomb development. Like, there are a lot of adult themes. Please stop centering your entire concerns around the sex, because there's so much other stuff in this film. So, yeah.
Yeah. I saw your post, I think, about that earlier on my way home, Heather, before our recording. Completely agree. So many more things to think about. This is where I'm like, I wish I lived in Europe or elsewhere where we don't take form and nudity to such degrees as we do here in America. It's insane. But yeah, the sexual activity, all the points you stated, I completely agree. And for me in particular, why, like I said, Barbie and Oppenheimer is just a personal thing for me, which is what's getting the edge. And I'll go further with our actual review when we get into Oppenheimer, but Barbie edges up just for personal reasons for me, since I'm doing the picks this week as a Barbie fan.
Absolutely. No, it's totally cool.
So, but we'll save all that for our review. People, check it out. Heather and I know we have a lot more to say about the film. But Barbie, let's get into that. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, Barbie. Can I come to your house tonight?
Sure. I don't have anything big planned, just a giant blowout party with all the Barbies and planned choreography and a bespoke song. You should stop by.
So cool.
You can find me under the lights, diamonds under my eyes.
This is the best day ever.
It is the best day ever. So is yesterday, and so is tomorrow, and every day from now until forever. Do you guys ever think about dying?
When my heart breaks,
some things have been happening that might be related.
when my world shakes,
Cold shower, falling off my roof, and my heels are on the ground. What do I have to do? You have to go to the real world. You can go back to your regular life, or you can know the truth about the universe. The choice is now yours. The first one, the high heel. You have to want to know, okay? Do it again.
closer I am to find, closer I am to find.
I'm coming with you.
Okay. Wow, this is the real world. What's going on? Why are these men looking at me?
Yeah, they're also staring at me.
Barbie in the real world. That's impossible.
If this got out, this could mean extremely weird things for our world. This would be catastrophic!
We haven't played with Barbie since we were like 5 years old.
No one rests And so this doll is back in a box.
Even if nobody else sings along.
Humans only have one ending.
Get that Barbie!
Ideas live forever.
No, I won't let you do just one appendectomy.
But I'm a man.
But not a doctor.
Can I talk to a doctor?
You are talking to a doctor.
And I need a clicky pen?
No.
A sharp thing?
No.
There he is. Doctor!
Somebody get security.
Is Barbie if you still in doubt?
All right. Heather, this is the first time I saw this trailer, and the immediate thought I had after seeing this trailer, I'm so happy I didn't see this trailer before I saw the film, because the moments that you get in this trailer are moments that blew me away when I watched the film.
Oh no!
And so they were amazing. So I'm sad for you and everybody else now. You know, we've talked about this. I think Glenn's brought it up too a lot of times. You know, trailers give away a lot of stuff, especially how they do things now. And this one, for the first time in a while, because, you know, I did see the film already, right? And I'm like, oh man, this whole time as we were watching, I'm like, I felt so, I laughed out loud in certain moments throughout that you saw in this, when I saw it in the film, that I'm sad for y'all that I think it might take away from certain experiences. That doesn't create any spoilers, but you know what I'm saying? I just wish sometimes that editors wouldn't give certain moments out in the thing and leave it for the film. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that just is my immediate thought this whole time we were watching this now. I'm like, oh, I remember that. That was awesome. But whoa, if I would have saw this, it wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? That went on, that was going on in my head as we were just doing this just now. And yeah, anyway, I just had to get that out. I'm like, I just came in, you know, like when you had like those 360 moments, like reality of like, what the fuck? Oh man, I feel bad for the people. I know people are going to go check this out, and people should check this out. I'm going to save a lot more for the review, but yeah, anyway, those are just my thoughts. I'll pass it to you, Heather, but like, damn, I just feel bad for you. I don't know if this was your first time seeing this trailer or what, but yeah. Because we did
that's
if I'm not mistaken.
We've done two other ones, I think. We've done two.
Oh, okay.
I think
not that one though. That was the first time I seen that one.
Not that one. No. We did. I think maybe we was the only one. Maybe it was the first big one, but that's okay. It's one of those where it's unfortunate when a production company wants to spoil something for a whole bunch of people. Maybe we'll put a pre-warning ahead of this, like maybe if you don't want to be too spoiled past the trailer. But it's one of those where I'm excited for the movie either way. When we went to, Patrick doesn't love me enough, so he didn't take me to see Barbie.
I had to fight tooth and nail, y'all, for that screening. I'm just gonna say that. And if I could have, I would have.
Warner Brothers decided that we weren't cool enough, and so he was able to sneak in. Is basically the answer. But I'm excited about it. Like, I've been excited about this film. So I think since like 2018 when it was like originally announced, or like 2019 when it was like originally announced. I think this is one of my top 3 picks for 2023. Once again, I am still in the argument that Barbie is a comic book movie. Fight me, I dare you. I can prove you wrong. When we were at Oppenheimer, though, Kuya saw it on Monday, saw Barbie, and then we saw Oppenheimer on Tuesday. The entire theater was press at Oppenheimer. Like, it was just filled to the
Yeah, I was worried
press.
that people would talk and you would hear shit, and I'm like, shit.
I heard everything, by the way. I heard everything.
Were people spoiling?
People were spoiling it like crazy. That's the problem with being in press. You got people who see it early, and when we say early, we had people who had already seen Haunted Mansion when we were at our theater. So and that doesn't come out for 2 weeks or for a week. But it's one of those where it was nothing but that's a big thing to me. There was nothing but talk about Barbie. It only reinstates the fact that I'm really excited about it. I don't care if I'm spoiled a little bit. It is what it is. And I'm excited about it. If you have an entire theater of press that are talking about an entire other film when you're in the audience for probably one of the biggest films of 2023, if not of the last 10 years, I'm thinking that's a good pick.
Definitely. Yeah. And without spoiling, and I'm going to save stuff for the review, y'all, definitely go see Barbie as a Barbie fan. And also, if you're a Barbie hater, like even in what I did like in this trailer is like, if you love Barbie, if you hate Barbie, you'll dig this film. It's very self-aware, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. And what I'm looking forward to is this weekend when I see it again, I'm seeing it with my wife and daughter who are huge Barbie fans. And being that I love them so much, I'm raising an amazing woman. I'm married to an amazing woman. I work with amazing women like you, Heather, and I know so many amazing females. I just love this film in that, from my perspective, from the patriarchy, which is evil, down with us. But y'all don't get enough love, y'all. And I think this movie's for y'all. I'm so happy that this film exists for y'all. And I think you're going to feel self-empowered. I think you're going to love it. Shout out to Greta Gerwig and Noel Baumbach who put together the script, and Greta who directed it, and just all the amazing cast. I just can't wait to talk all the things about it, and I'm just gonna leave it at that because sometimes stuff will slide in and I'll spoil. So I'll wait for you to watch it, and then we'll get all into it.
Sure, totally.
But there you go. Those are the picks, Heather. They cloned Tyrone, Oppenheimer, and Barbie. Where do I stand this week? Thumbs up.
All the thumbs. All the thumbs.
Sweet. Excellent. All right, so y'all, tune in. We're going to have the Oppenheimer review very soon on the channel, Barbie very soon, and maybe even They Close Tyrone. We could possibly, if Heather has time to check that out, we'll drop that there and more as we do. So if people want to chat with you and talk about our picks this week, Heather, how can they reach out to you?
Sure, you can reach out to me at Nerd is a Heather on Twitter if you're even on there anymore, and at Heather is a Nerd on TikTok and Instagram. And now you can find me on Blue Sky at heatherisnerd.bsky.social.
All right. Well, I'm out over in Twitterland, the Twitterverse, because your boy ain't getting no Blue Sky invite like Heather over there. So until I'm part of the Cool Kids Club, I'm waiting to join y'all. So if y'all have an invite, you can extend one out. I'd love to join y'all over there. I'd love to be part of the Cool Kids Club. So find me on Twitter, TikTok, IG, Hive, at the NRW, at the Legend Kuya P, on all of that. And then, of course, the whole squad, Heather, Glenn, Webster Style, Brian Saff, Sean, at the NRW and at New Release Wednesday. We're Nerds Rule the World. Y'all, those are our tags. Subscribe, like, do all the things. And we will be back next week with some more picks. I think it's going to be horrific next week. A lot of horror stuff happening next week. Stay tuned, y'all.